you know, Scotland's got 5 million people, and so it is a small country. It's tiny. And I think in the States you've probably got cities that have got a lot more than that. So from that point of view, it is minuscule. I've been asked quite a lot about whether it's the roads up there and all of these sort of details, and whether it's whiskey. And whiskey, I'm sure, has played a part in my father's sort of involvement in me, but I'm not sure it's necessarily my driving. But if I look at it, I would say it's down to a few things. The first thing is that you've got to have somebody that you want to follow, like a hero. Somebody's got to spark that interest inside of you. And, you know, when Jackie Stewart was coming through, there was Jim Clark in Innis, Ireland, actually, who won the first Formula 1 Grand Prix by a Scot, and that was at Watkins Glen. And so, therefore, you know, Jackie following on from Jimmy, and there was that success, and Jackie really was an international success as well. Then, from my personal point of view, there was David Leslie, who drove for Jaguar here at Le Mans, who was the lap record holder, who raced for Écurie Corse when they revamped in the mid-80s, British touring car, these sort of things, and I'm sure well known in America as well. And David came from Dumfries, and so he was, you know, basically lived round the corner, and so that sort of gets that interest going as well. And it followed on with Dario and David and the next generation now with Paul di Resta, following on from that, and it just snowballs. So you've got to have somebody to follow, you've got to have something that will spark the interest. I want to be like. The other thing is that I think we're very good at helping each other. I was racing against Paul Stewart, Jackie's eldest son. We started racing against each other at the same time, literally the same day. And even though I was racing against his son, Jackie was always there. A word of advice, phoning teams, saying to team bosses in F1, hey, you should see this wee boy McNish from Dumfries. He's a good one. And so, therefore, we have always kind of helped each other along the way. And that still continues. You know, in the debrief last night, midnight, I get a text message from Marino Franchitti saying, hey, son, what was it like? Da-da-da. Yeah, OK, circuit was like this for me as well. We are kind of that way. We're a close-knit community. And I think that's another big positive. And the third one, Scotland's a blooming cold place, and it's a long way from any big international event. So if you go to even a British Championship karting event or racing Formula 4 at Brands Hatch or something more international than that, it's a commitment. It's a real commitment to go there. And when you've made that commitment, and even your family, you don't want to come home with a second place trophy. You want to come home winning. And there's a determination that comes from that. You know, we have been described as many things, but I would have said determined is definitely one of them.